Edinburgh has a population of almost 500,000 people within the city centre. With that many people, there needs to be a sustainable option for transporting people between spaces. One system in place to transport these people is the cycling infrastructure. In this video, we will introduce Edinburgh's £12 million project into a critical assessment of the cycling infrastructure we experienced. In comparison to Manchester, something that we all noticed was that Edinburgh had much more bike infrastructure available. One of the first things we noticed was that in contrast to what we saw in Manchester, Edinburgh had many separated bike lanes. These lanes were usually delineated by white lines on the road with painted bike icons. Another thing we noticed is that most of the traffic lights in Edinburgh had separate lights for bikes, making it easy for bikers to know when it's safe to cross a busy intersection. We also noticed bike counters while walking around our neighborhood. Bike counters are great ways for communities to see how much their infrastructure is being used. Finally, we noticed multiple bike stores and repair shops. Having these stores visible reinforces a biking community in Edinburgh and provides locals with resources to maintain their bikes. Some problems we noticed while in Edinburgh is that cars and public transit buses would park in designated cyclist lanes. This forces bikes to swerve around them, and this can be dangerous. Another issue we observed is that public transit buses don't have bike racks. This means that cyclists are unable to bike only one direction or part of their commuting routes. Additionally, bike lanes in many parts of the city are faded and look unmaintained. This may be reasons contributing to why cyclists are not utilizing the current infrastructure. Finally, we noticed that Edinburgh didn't have a bike share program that was easily accessible to people. In other cities like Victoria, Amsterdam, and Copenhagen, there are bike shares that allow people to easily pick up bikes from various locations and drop them off in other ones at low costs. We are hopeful that in the next decade, Edinburgh will address these issues for cyclists. Luckily, the city has already started addressing the current system and last September announced a £12 million project to improve a cyclist experience while getting around town. 2 new projects are underway in Edinburgh. The new cycling network will link the Meadows, a large park, to Gorge Street, and the other will link Roseburn to Edinburgh's park. These projects will help turn 2 of Edinburgh's busiest car streets into active cycling systems. The Scottish Transport Minister is hoping these new additions will be utilised by commuters and for leisurely purposes to contribute to a more healthy and sustainable Scotland. To conclude, Edinburgh has the basis of a cycling infrastructure, but when compared to cities such as Amsterdam and Copenhagen, there are many more aspects Edinburgh could improve on. We are critically optimistic that Edinburgh's cycling network will grow in the years to come.